What's up, guys? This is Incredibly Average Joe back again with another Madden 20 video. Like I said in a previous video, I'm going to be going over the top player in my opinion at every position. Now before I get into this, I want to specify I'm not saying that these are the definite top players at their positions. I'm aware that some of the people on this list, there are players that have better stats and perform better than them in games, and y'all can go and enlighten me in the comments below and tell me why I'm wrong, and I'll tell you why I respectfully disagree. No, I'm just kidding. These are just the players that I've used that I think fit my playstyle the best, that I have enjoyed the most. So even if they're not statistically the best guy, they're just who I've found have worked best with my team. So before we get into it, guys, if y'all would just like, comment, and subscribe if you've been enjoying my videos, I would really appreciate that. Also, if you're one of the few subscribers right now, we've got just a few. If you wouldn't mind sharing this on your social media just to kind of spread the word, get my videos out there a little more, I would appreciate that as well. You guys are awesome. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right into the auction house. First guy we're going to talk about is, of course, Michael Vick. I think a lot of y'all might agree with me on this point. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the game. I mean, you can see right here his limited time card is going for 1.7 million. That's ridiculous. I don't have that. I do have the Mike Vick upgraded to 90 overall. So let's compare the 92 to the 90 that I have on my team right now. So he's got 87 speed, the limited. Let's just go over the 90 just for comparison's sake. And I believe the Lamar Jackson card has 90 speed if I'm not mistaken. And I did use him a little bit with the team of the week, and I do like Lamar Jackson, so I was considering getting him. But after playing with him, he seems to make a lot of errant throws when he's under pressure. And so does every quarterback, of course, but I think Michael Vick's just a little bit better with his throwing overall. And I'm not, the greatest scrambler, so I think I would take the better throwing stats over the couple of points higher into speed with Lamar Jackson. This is definitely a point where some people might disagree with me. And then you've got your more typical pocket passers like Andrew Luck. I know is a really popular one. But anyway, let's see. He's got 87 speed. That 91 throw power is really good because he can just get it down the field better than anyone else right now, I believe, at quarterback. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong there. And he just got pretty good stats overall. I really enjoy using him. It's nice to be able to roll out of the pocket and sprint up the field. I was using this Russ Wilson card before I powered him down, and he really doesn't compare in terms of speed. They're similar in passing, but that extra speed is definitely worth the extra cost to power up this Mike Vick, in my opinion. Okay, so this next one is going to be one that a lot of people disagree with me on, I am sure. No, it is not Zeke Elliott right here. It is this Bo Jackson card that I found. I'm a little biased. I love Bo Jackson in real life. He's one of my favorite players. So when he was available, of course, I picked him up ASAP. But using him, he's just really glitchy, in my opinion. He's able to run over a lot of people, just truck people. He always seems to break that first tackle unless it's one of those top linebackers or safeties coming in at him. He's just a really fun guy to play with. He's really elusive, and he's like 230 pounds with 89 speed. That's ridiculous. He's faster than Michael Vick at quarterback right now. And of course, if I could get that limited card, that'd be great too, but I'm sure that's still going for well over $1 million, and I'm not willing to dish that out, being a no money spent kind of guy. But yeah, I love this Bo Jackson card. He always carries me, as y'all have seen in some of my gameplays. A lot of times I just spam the stretch because I'm garbage otherwise, and I do what I have to do. So we're going to cheat a little bit here and do two wide receivers. I've got them both up on the screen right now. I do not have Jerry Rice on my team. That'd be amazing if I did. But the two on the screen right now, Jerry Rice and Torrey Holt. I think they're an amazing 1-2 punch if you can get them both at receiver. Jerry Rice is that outside guy. He can go up and grab it, and look at his catching. He's got 89 catching, 86 catching in traffic, 85 spectacular, and he's really good at those short routes too. He can run those slants inside to grab him. His speed isn't top. That's what you use Torrey Holt for. You put him in the slot and he just burns people. I put him in the middle of the field. If he gets matched up against a linebacker, it's game over as long as you let him run his route correctly. He's incredibly fast. I have him on kick return as well, so he's really valuable in that department. A runner-up for me is Michael Thomas. I feel like I don't throw to him a lot. He's a really good wide receiver. I just don't find myself throwing, and y'all probably noticed too in my gameplay. I feel like I neglect him a lot. I should probably throw to him more because he's really good. He's actually got better catching in traffic than Jerry Rice does, and I realize that, and his catching's the same. Just doesn't have that top end speed. But anyway, those are my top two picks for wide receiver. Alright, so we're just going to run through the offensive linemen really quick. They're not as exciting. I mean, they're important for sure. They're probably the most important position on the field, or in real life at least. I don't know about in Madden. But we're just going to run through them just because they're not as exciting. Anthony Muniz is the top left tackle in my opinion. I don't have him because he's incredibly expensive. I've got Armstead over there. But Muniz, he's got 87 speed, 90 pass block. Where's his run block? 88 run block down there. I really like the run block. It's really important because I run a lot of those outside plays. So I actually probably should upgrade my left tackle. He's only got that 79 in there. But Anthony Muniz is my pick for left tackle. So left guard, I've got Bruce Matthews as my top pick. I did have him powered up to, I believe, a 92 at one point. I believe I powered him down, and because I wasn't going to be able to afford to get him all the way up to the 90 level there. It's just kind of expensive. But he's a solid left guard. He's got the 88 pass block, 88 run block, so he's pretty solid and square all around. A good all-around left guard. Okay, for center we have Kevin Mawe. Pretty much with all these offensive linemen, I'm not going to have the top guy. My offensive linemen are all 84s, 85s. I think I have 187 or 88. I'm not dishing out the big bucks for these guys. I prefer to get the more flashy players, even though these guys would be a big help. But Kevin's got 87 pass block and 90 run block. I mean, if you run right up on the middle on him on goal line, he is going to knock back whoever is right there. So he's a solid option at center there. So at right guard, we've got Larry Allen. He's got 84 pass block and then 89 run block. So he's definitely more of a road grader a little bit there. But again, a pretty solid right guard. If you're trying to run off the right side, he's going to knock back whoever you got there. If you have him and Kevin Mawe in the middle, no one's coming through the middle of that line on you. Okay, so over at right tackle, I do not have DeMar Dotson actually. My top guy is Lane Johnson. The main reason for that is right there. You can see the pass block on DeMar Dotson is great, which is really good for a tackle. But like I said, I really prefer that run blocking. So Lane Johnson, look at that. He's got an 84 run block. DeMar Dotson's terrible at run blocking. He's a 71. I think they really did his card dirty with that. I don't think that's reflective, but as it stands on the card, I got to go with Lane Johnson because I run off that right side a lot. And if I had Dotson in, even though he's an 88 overall, you can't just look at that overall score there, guys, because that is a really, really bad run blocking score. As it is, Lane Johnson, I've got him in my lineup. He's my highest overall offensive lineman, and he's not the best at pass block. He's got 83. That's serviceable though. 83 pass block versus Dotson, who's got a 71 run block, which I think that run block is much better. So I got Lane Johnson as my top right tackle. So moving on into tight end, I'm going to go with George Kittle here, the power up that you get from the Theme Builders pack. So I pulled up Shannon Sharp, who's I believe the top tight end right now in the game. Just for comparison's sake, and clearly Shannon Sharp's the better receiver in general. His stats are a couple points higher in all those categories. Catching traffic's a big one for Shannon Sharp. He's 12 points higher. Everything else is just a couple points, I guess. Some of those route runnings are a bit better. But again, the big one for me down there is that run block. Look at that. George Kittle has 80 versus 72 for Sharp. That's pretty big, guys. That's a big difference for an 87 overall versus a 91 overall. Again, you got to look at the not just the overall score, but the individual stats. George Kittle's, I think, the better all-around tight end. Yeah, he might not make as many catches, but usually when I'm throwing to Kittle, honestly, he's pretty wide open. I don't throw to him a whole lot in traffic, and if he does, he usually comes down with it. He's pretty sure-handed for just an 87 overall. I've been using him for a very long time now. He was one of the first theme. I think he might have been the first theme builder I got, actually, and he's been on my team for a long time, and he's been solid throughout. Okay, so now we're moving on to the defensive side of the ball. This is someone that I do have in my lineup, Stephon Gilmore. I'm comparing him here to Darius Slay, who's one of the newer Team of the Week guys. As you can see, he's got better stats in almost every stat column. His speed's a little bit less than Darius Slay, and his zone coverage is a little bit less, but he's got, I mean, actually, their stats are pretty similar in a lot of these areas. But Stephon Gilmore continuously makes plays for me. He picks them all off, and the main thing with this card that puts him over the top is that X factor and all the abilities on him. As y'all know, it is incredibly expensive to power people up and put all those abilities and X factor on them. So Stephon Gilmore's just got these by default, which makes him incredibly valuable, and he's just a solid player on my team. So for my best overall free safety, y'all got to know I'm going with Brian Dawkins. I know the Calvin Johnson card just came out recently. Brian Dawkins, that man will lay the wood on some runners. He is a hard hitter. He has forced so many fumbles on me. He is a headache to play against. I do not like when I see him out on the field there against me. It's not a lot of fun. So I got him compared up against Merton Hanks here, who I do have in my lineup, because again, I can't afford that Brian Dawkins. I'd love to. That's a beast of a card, but I'm not dishing out that money. He's basically just a little bit better in every stat. That main one, look at that tackling. He's 84 versus 70 for Hanks. Let's see what else he's got. Pretty high pursuit. His man coverage isn't like 1 point less. And then the main one there, power. At the very bottom down there, 91 hit power versus 58 for Hanks. That is insane. That is why he's a game changer. He will absolutely wreck anybody if he's just giving them a one-on-one tackle. If he gets a hit stick on you, you better hope you got someone good holding on to that ball, because otherwise it's coming out. So for strong safety guys, they really don't have a lot of good strong safeties in the game right now. The top one that you can get, unless there's another one that I didn't see, is Harrison Smith right here in the store. He is one of those MUT superstars who has all the abilities and whatnot, and that makes him really good. But no, the best strong safety is not Harrison Smith, it's Pat Tillman. Yes, the 79 Pat Tillman. No, I'm just kidding. It is Pat Tillman, but not the one that I have in my roster. That Pat Tillman that I have currently is garbage. He's a liability. I'm only playing with him to get those master stats that eventually get you some coins. And I'm slowly leveling him up. I thought I had him in an 80. I guess he's only at an 79, so he's took up that gold card. But if y'all have played against that 95 MUT master Pat Tillman, with Enforcer on, y'all know he's a beast. Him with Brian Dawkins in the backfield, you may as well just shut the game off right there if you don't have a top tier offense, because they're just going to shut you down. So I am looking forward to when I eventually get that Tillman. I'm like on the brink of getting a couple. I think I'm going to have him up to an 83 here soon, because I'm getting pretty close to beating multiple of those challenges. But anyway, that Pat Tillman's a monster. Once you get him fully upgraded, I'm looking forward to that. So guys, at right outside linebacker, I got Vontaze Burfict as the top one. No guys, come on, you know I'm kidding. No, the dude just got ejected at time of filming. This will probably go up a couple of days later, but yeah, just a side note, this dude's a scumbag. I don't know how he's still in the NFL. I know he's gotten ejected and whatever, but how on earth is he still allowed to play? I'm sorry, no, that was just a rant. Let me get off of that. The top right outside linebacker really is LT, of course. If y'all didn't know this already, LT is an absolute beast. He gets me several sacks a game usually if I play a full game, unless I'm just going against someone who's just heads and shoulders above me in talent level. But he's got that 83 speed coming off the edge. Where's his power move? 86 down there. I don't need the top one. You can get him up to 891 overall, and I know his stats get even crazier. He's just an animal off the side. LT is the best pass rusher in the history of the NFL. He changed the game. Yeah, I'm going to have him on my team probably until Madden 21 or whatever they call it. So LT definitely for right outside linebacker. Alright guys, so for middle linebacker, I've actually got, I love both of my middle linebackers. The top middle linebacker, in my opinion, is not someone that I have. I think it's Ryan Shazier. If y'all saw my MUT team captain, I decided to go with Ty Law out there at cornerback, just because I think I'm going to need that cornerback more than the middle linebacker, because the two that I have, Devin White and Patrick Willis, are solid. I can't look at the stats here for Shazier, just because he's not someone that you can buy on the auction block. But he is incredibly fast. If you user him, he just flies around the middle of the field, making tackle after tackle, pick after pick. He's very good. He's a headache to play against when someone's using him on defense. And yeah, these two guys can lay the wood for sure, and they're pretty fast, especially White. He's got that 88 speed. But Ryan Shazier is definitely the best if you're going to user him. So for left outside linebacker, there's really only two options. It's Von Miller and Khalil Mack. And I'm going to have to go with Khalil Mack, guys. Now, this Von Miller versus my Khalil Mack card, I think I'd go with this Von Miller. But there's a 91 Khalil Mack out overall. Personally, I'm just a big Khalil Mack in real life. Dude's a beast. I mean, he's just so strong coming off the edge. People can't stop him. But you really can't go wrong with either one of these guys. Khalil Mack's just my personal preference, but if you pick up either one coming off the edge, especially if you pair that up with LT, you're going to be getting a lot of sacks with both of these guys. So for right in, I'm going to go with Aaron Donald. I've got Deacon Jones currently in my lineup. I do have this pre-order Aaron Donald down here, but he really doesn't compare to this 88 Aaron Donald. But this guy's a beast. I know there's guys kind of like George Kittle. There's guys that have better stats than him. But Aaron Donald, I think, is just a better all-around player coming off the edge. And I think he's going to get a lot of power-ups throughout the year just because of how he is as a player in real life. So I think he's just worth having on your team, and he's a better player to use. So the best defensive tackle, in my opinion, is Alan Page. I don't really have any good D tackles. I think I really only have one. I think I've got that Aaron Donald as the other D tackle position is center of another pass rusher. But Alan Page here is a really solid D tackle. He basically makes it so you can't run up the middle. He's got pretty solid speed for a D tackle. So coming up the middle, if he breaks off of those tackles, he's coming after you for sure. He's got a 82 power move and an 88 finesse move. So he can definitely get off the block and come after your quarterback, and that's pretty solid if you can have that coming up the middle. So guys, for left end, I have DeMarcus Lawrence. Now again, this card isn't one of those ones that has the top stats as everybody else. But whenever I'm matched up against this guy, I don't know what it is, but he is always getting sack after sack. He's just killing my right side, and y'all know my right tackle is my top-rated guy, so he should be able to stop Lawrence. But Lawrence just keeps coming and coming, and he's just, I don't care who else is on the field. This guy's always coming after me more than anybody else, I feel like. So DeMarcus Lawrence is definitely my pick for left end. Alright guys, so moving on into special teams. It's crazy, I swear, when I first was looking at this, the whatever card, the item card was available on here to look at, but as it is, Stenner Rudd. He's my top pick for kicker. Y'all know I'm a big Justin Tucker fan. I think Justin Tucker is the best active kicker in the NFL. But again, this is a game. As far as the cards go, the Stenner Rudd card is the top one. If you can power him up all the way. Clearly, I haven't spent any money on my kicker. I've still got Phil Dawson at 75 there. Should probably level that up at some point. But yeah, as it is, Stenner Rudd's the top kicker in the game. Okay guys, so for punter we've got Ray Guy. I know he's got the Ray Guy award in college. It's for the best college punter of all time. Legendary kind of guy. He's just a solid all-around punter in the game. Look, kick power of 90. He's pinning them back there deep. 88 accuracy. So he's just a really good punter. If you do want to dish out the money, how much is he going for right now? Looks like someone's bidding him there for $400,000. So yeah, he's pretty pricey. But if you want a solid punter, Ray Guy's the top one to go for right now. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you for tuning in and listening to my melodious voice and putting up with my bubbly personality. If y'all enjoyed that, let me know in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it as well. Hit that little bell icon and you'll know as soon as I put out my next video. I'm thinking about doing a pack opening, so if y'all have any ideas on what sort of pack opening y'all want me to do, I'm going to start buying up some gold packs and maybe do about a 50 gold pack opening. I think that could be some fun. So if y'all have any other ideas, let me know. As y'all know, I'm usually a money no spent kind of guy. So I might spend a little bit and get some of the better packs just to make the pack opening video a bit better. But if y'all have any ideas, just let me know. As it is, I will see you in the next one, guys.